The Dr. James R. Miller Award recognizes an individual for outstanding service to Maryland's grain industry. The award began in 1998 when it was given to Dr. James R. Miller. Since then, grower leaders, as well as elected officials, researchers, and agency representatives have been recognized. Dr. Miller directed the University of Maryland's agronomy department for 22 years and helped educate Maryland's grain farmers immensely over that time. Our 2020 award recipient exemplifies the spirit of Dr. Miller, having dedicated significant time and leadership to furthering the success of Maryland's grain industry and the wheat industry worldwide. Jason Scott resides in Talbot County and manages Walnut Hill Farms. He and his family grow corn, soybeans, wheat, barley, and peas. Jason and his family have also been independent sales representatives for Pioneer Hybrid for about 30 years. Jason is a graduate of the University of Maryland with a bachelor's in agriculture and resource economics. He also earned a master's of business administration from the Purdue School of Business at Salisbury University. Jason has demonstrated his dedication to Maryland agriculture and grain production through service to a variety of organizations. He is a founding member of the Dorchester County Young Farmers. He also served as the youngest president of the Maryland Grain Producers Association, serving in other leadership roles with the organization as well. He also served on the board of Lead Maryland Foundation. Jason has served on the board of the U.S. Wheat Associates since 2008 and was elected as the first chairman of the organization from Maryland in 2016. U.S. Wheat Associates is the export market development organization for the U.S. wheat industry. They promote the reliability, quality, and value of all 6 U.S. wheat classes to wheat buyers, millers, bakers, food processors, and government officials in more than 100 countries around the world. During his time with the U.S. Wheat Associates, Jason traveled to 20 countries, including Japan, Korea, Guam, Nigeria, Spain, Italy, among others. During these travels, he led and participated in trade missions seeking to increase utilization of U.S.-grown wheat in those important markets. Jason's hobbies include hunting, fishing, golfing, cooking, and traveling. His parents are Doug and Patty Scott, both of whom work on the farm. Jason currently resides in Eastern Maryland with his wife Casey Scott and their 2 children. We thank Jason for his service and dedication to Maryland's grain industry.
I'm Jason Scott. I'm the manager of Walnut Hill Farms. It's a family-owned and run corporation, started actually by my father and uncle back in the early 80s. Prior to that, we go back a lot of generations in agriculture on both sides of the family. We currently till about 1,500 acres. It's now my father and mother and myself, and then a cousin that works with us on the seed business. And we grow corn, soybeans, wheat, malt barley, and sweet corn for processing currently. I've been with the Maryland Grain Producers since basically right after college. I won the scholarship my junior and senior year of college, and I was pretty much asked to repay that scholarship right away. Got a phone call, I think it was that summer after college, so that would be 2004, and there was a position open in my region, so I stepped onto the board at that point. So I think I've filled just about every officer role in both the association and the utilization board over the years. And in 2008, I took on the representation for Maryland on the U.S. Wheat Associates Board, which is the national board that represents wheat producers overseas, mostly export work, not necessarily much policy in D.C. other than trade-related policy. So I've been doing that since 2008. As part of that, I actually ran and was elected an officer of that association. So I've served as the 4 officer seats and was chairman in 2016, 2017. I've learned so much being on those boards, and the things that, being exposed to other farmers from both around the state of Maryland. I've learned a lot from all the other board members that I've been on the Maryland Grain Producers with, as well as at U.S. Wheat Associates, and getting a chance to meet farmers from all across the country. It's just the wheat state, so it's doesn't include a lot of the Corn Belt in that area, but the entire plains and the Pacific Northwest, with California included in there, and just getting exposed to the way that those people farm a lot of the same products as us and do it completely differently. So it's really opened my eyes to some different things we can do to improve our operation. As part of my time with U.S. Wheat, I've traveled to somewhere between 18 and 22 countries, and I've also probably been to about 15 different states, and getting a chance to tour flour mills overseas, everywhere from Nigeria to Tokyo, and getting to see different people's operations that are involved with U.S. Wheat as some of my more domestic travel. So I really think that getting outside of my bubble here on the Eastern Shore has been really good for me, my personal growth, as well as the growth of our operation. When my name was first brought up in the meeting, I didn't really think I was worthy. And my first comment was, I'm not old enough yet, but they've assured me that I am actually old enough to receive the award. Just looking at the long list of people that have won this award over the last 25, 30 years that it's been in existence, I'm honored to be included in that list. And I feel like I've got a lot more to give in terms of my time and my service to the industry. So I'll take the award, and I will make sure that I hopefully can live up to the legacy of the people that have won it in the past. Again, I'm honored to win the award. I think the most important thing I can tell to the crowd is that the best thing you can do is give your time and get involved, whether it's Farm Bureau or grain producers or any small local board or thing like that, where you can give some of your time back to others. Not only do you learn a lot and can gain a lot of personal growth, it also benefits your community, and you get a chance to help shape the future of your community or the industry or whatever it may be that you are involved in. So it's been important to me to make sure that I continue that. I've had a lot of people ask me after I was chairman of U.S. Wheat Associates. A lot of people were, where are you going next, or what are you going to do next? And I still haven't figured that out. I've got two young kids that are almost 4 and 6 years old. So spending a little bit of time at home after being on the road so much with U.S. Wheat, especially during those years as an officer, was definitely paramount for me. But I'm itching to get back involved with something a little bit more. Most importantly, I also have to thank the people around me that allow me to give my time and my service to the industry. So first and foremost, my wife. Like I said, I have 2 young kids. So my wife, Casey, I have to thank her for putting up with me being gone a lot. I was gone for somewhere between 75 and 80 days during my chairman year as U.S. Wheat. So there was a lot of time there that she was at home taking care of the 2 kids without any help. And then also to my parents and the rest of my family who have maintained the farm and picked up some extra work during times when I've been away. Luckily, being involved with ag organizations, it's typically pretty understanded, and the scheduling is typically worked around some of the busiest times of the year, especially here on the Maryland Grain Producers. That's a little harder to do for U.S. Wheat because it seems like there's always somebody harvesting wheat when you look at the different states that are involved with the board. But really have to thank Casey and the rest of the family for supporting me and keeping things going while I was away.